I mentioned in a couple of my videos earlier that I was gonna probably lay off of it. I'm trying to be a little more picky, a little more choosy with what I buy. But you're looking at spending so much additional money on shoes throughout that I just mentioned, that this coming in at the $200 price point, I don't think I can justify doubling up on this shoe, and I have a pretty good shoe in pretty decent condition. What's going on, YouTube? That did not age well. Yeah, I had every intention of skipping out on this purchase, but I think the law of conservation of mass says that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, or something like that. So the energy was always there. I just transferred it from a no into I gotta have these. So without much further ado, man, today we have a trifecta. All right, we have an unboxing, an early review, and what else we got? Unboxing, an early review, and a comparison. We got a comparison, man. So check it out. I'm gonna get right to it with the unboxing. Check the title. You're gonna see that this is the Air Jordan 13 2020 version of the Flints. And here it is, man. I always do that. You know what I mean? I'm always putting my address on full display, man. Y'all might try to come get me or something. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna do that anymore. What I'm gonna do is get right into this unboxing. We got the Just Do It box. You know what I mean? So for anybody who heard the joke, I've said it before, that this is just the Just Steal It box. You know what I mean? Thankfully, I live in a pretty decent gated community. You know what I mean? Everyone's nice and neighborly. They say hello to you and everything. But here you go with this opening. Got these scissors to make this job a little easier for me. You know what I mean? I don't have Neanderthal caveman hands, so we're just gonna slice this guy open real quick. And let's check this out. I'm using the front camera. I'm always looking on this side for the rear camera. I'm using the front camera. I'm gonna look at you today. I got you. Make eye contact as we do this thing. Let's pop this box open. Sure, it's upside down. It always is. Come on now. I'm excited if you couldn't tell, man. This marks the 10-year or the return, the first time in 10 years of the Flint 13, which I'm gonna pull out the old one real quick and show you guys what that looks like. Just like I thought. I always have it upside down. There it is. Let's get this guy out of the way real quick. So, as you can see, this is the Air Jordan 13 Flint box. This is my personal pair, obviously. And I'm trying to see if there's a difference with the color code on this pair as opposed to, it's a little bright, as opposed to what was on the other pair here. Yeah, let you check this out. So this is what we have right here is the original box of the Flints. Try to zoom in on that guy. There we go. This is the original box. The original box colorway reads French blue, university blue, Flint gray, and white. So this is the old box from 2010. You guys can see it's a high glossy box with the flip top. All around is dark gray, slate gray with the Jordan on the background. Excuse my bright light. Trying to make sure you guys see my beautiful face up close in person. And this particular one is that, I guess a little eggshell color, a little satin gray box. Not necessarily the sharp, the shiniest gray, but it's there. And this one reads Navy University Blue Marine Blue Carolina. I don't know if that's supposed to be the French one or not. Navy University Blue. But I'm gonna let you guys see that one. So without further ado, come on, focus. All right, here we go. Without further ado, I'm taking this pair out, and it is there right there. I'm looking at you. This is the Air Jordan 13 unboxing. So if you haven't seen my last couple of videos, I hit on the shock drop that happened during the finale or before the finale of the Last Dance documentary. I made a shock drop video about it, and I also made a follow-up video about it afterwards. So without further ado, man, here we go. You see right here. Let's get this out the way. And first off, I love the shoe, obviously. It's an amazing shoe. I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna love it, but it's a tad bit underwhelming. Only reason being is because I had the 2010 version. So before I pull that one out, I'm gonna talk about this one a little bit, go over my thoughts and impressions. You saw the unboxing, so now I'm gonna give you my review of this one, and then we're gonna do a comparison between this one and the 2010 version, so stay tuned. So right at first glance, you can take a look at the shoe and immediately notice a difference. Well, you know what, like I said, I'm not gonna do the comparison just yet. Right here, I'm gonna bring this one out of the light a little bit, and you can see that this is the shoe that everyone has been waiting for. So far, This is probably contender for shoe of the year, and it's, you know, just as amazing as I thought it was going to be. You get this white on the toe box going up to the tongue with what's now called, let me see, check this box one more time. It's now called University Blue and Navy instead of the French blue. So you can see that. Now this particular shoe, obviously being a 13, was going to come much later in the review cycle than anticipated. But because I hit this early, I'm going to go ahead and do the review about it now. So this particular Jordan 13, or the silhouette in general, was inspired by what I believe was Mike Jordan's nickname, which is the Panther, or the Black Panther. So as you can see on the bottom, the look of the shoe has or resembles a panther's paw, just in the way the outline is. With this is supposed to be the eye of the panther, as well as this guy here, which, you know, does have a, I guess a plastic cover on it, which I'm not going to take off right now. But you see what it looks like when I pull out the 2010 version. It's made with this upper that is backed by 3M. Now you can already see it from the ring light that I have on screen right now. When I pull out the 2010 version and have those side by side, you'll see the stark comparison. But this particular shoe is closer to the 1998, excuse me, OG cut and colorway of the original shoe. So this is as close to an OG that I think we're gonna get. Now I don't have that shoe obviously, so I can't particularly tell how close it is, but from all sources, it points to that one being, you know, this one being as close as you can. At first glance, there doesn't seem to be any major glue stains. Quality control looks pretty decent on the shoe. Very impressed. You have this white leather here with this suede gray right above the midsection here, and on going up to the upper, this feels like a cloth or a mesh of that navy, as I mentioned. On the tongue, you do have what says Jordan on that side, and 13 in Roman numerals on the back side. Let me try to pick that up a little bit better. On the back side, there is a, looks like a university, which, you know, I guess that used to be UNC blue on the tongue here. Let me see if I can turn the light down just a little bit. Hold on for a minute. That may be a little better, but who knows? But in any event, you do have this UNC on the front here. UNC looks like blue all the way around. And like I say, it's just a dope shoe, man. It's a very, very, very dope shoe. So on the eyelet here, well, I guess this symbol, that is this green and red, you know, translucent eye that, you know, what symbolizes the panther's eye. And this particular one is supposed to have 23 as a hologram on the inside of it. Hopefully the camera's picking that up. So if you're a fan of 13s, this is definitely one that you want to have in your collection. I'm a big fan of 13s, especially for the comfort. I do believe that there is some sort of zoom air on the interior of this, but it just does feel good on feet. And I'm going to make sure to get you some on feet, not of this particular version, but of the 2010. So, you know, you're not going to really miss out on much, but you'll get the gist of how this shoe looks. Now, as I mentioned, just because the ring light is on, you are going to see that this does have 3M reflective material behind this blue part, and I think it looks pretty damn dope, man. Very clean all the way around. The panther's eye on the bottom is blue with the green panther's eye up here by the ankle holster. There's nothing on the interior of the tongue except the tag, that, you know, size tag, which is to be expected, and it's a pretty dope, you know, Jordan 13, man. You know what I mean? I have no complaints. This is exactly what I was expecting, and so that's about it really for as far as the review is concerned. I'm going to go ahead and pull out the 2010 version, and we're going to do a quick side-by-side comparison. So let's do that real quick. So I'm about to pull out the 2010 version, as I mentioned. I've got this guy right here, and I'm just going to pull out one shoe, and they're going to be opposite. So I got this one stuffed with plastic and stuff because I lost the original shoe tree. Let me also adjust this camera. Bear with me, peoples. All right. I bet. So I lost the original shoe tree. So I'm going to pull out, you know, what's in here, stuff in this shoe. And also keep in mind that when you see the two shoes side by side, the shoe that I own currently, the 2010 version, is a 10.5. So don't be alarmed if you think, or when you see the cuts that aren't quite the same. That's because the shoe is a 10.5 shoe. Now I'm going to point to the outside on the lateral side of the shoe and then compare what happens when I hold it up to the light. And as you can see, that this shoe is in fact devoid of 3M, where the new 2010 version has a ton of 3M. And what I may do to illustrate that better is I'm going to go ahead and try to cut on the flash. Can't cut on the flash? Hold on, I'll be right back. Yeah, how crazy is it? I think I just discovered that my front camera doesn't have a flash on it. So I need to come up to 2020 and get with the technology. But in any event, you can still see that there is absolutely 3M on here, as opposed to the 2010 version, which has no 3M. Try to bring these guys back, and you can see just how that guy shines. In addition, you're also going to be able to notice the color difference between the gray, both grays in each shoe. And that's pretty good. From my taste, the 2010 version actually looks pretty decently better than what's on the 2020 version. I just like the darker gray material here. I'm gonna just rub it, just slightly, just to make sure there's no imperfections or inconsistencies with the suede. And do the same with this guy here. So here it is again, side by side, 2010, 2020 version. So I really let you guys be the judge of that. Still a dope colorway, no matter what. But now I have two versions. You know what I mean? And two versions I don't need. So this one's going to be up for sale here pretty soon. Looking at them from the front, try to get these guys in focus. You can see that they're very similar. Very, very similar. Even the 2010 version, which is the 2010 version. Not that one. Even the 2010 version still does have this green, and I told you I was going to try to give you a better look at it. Let me just focus. Come on, focus. There we go. That ring light's killing me, but there is a 23 in there somewhere. There we go. And that hologram is indeed present inside of this 2020 version as well. Looking at the front view, the 2010 version doesn't have the Roman numeral 13 on the bottom, on the back of it. It instead has a dark or very grayed out, so I can pull that in there. Get this out of the way. A dark or a grayed out Jordan on the back. Focus. There we go. So there is some differences, man, but either one is a really dope shoe. I'm glad to have the getting focused. I'm glad to have the 2020 version, just simply because I'm wanting to have these shoes for the longevity and the duration of, really my son becoming of age. Now he's only 2 right now, and there's obviously no guarantee he's gonna wear a size 11 or what have you. But if he's close and in a realm, I like to be able to pass these shoes on to him so that whenever he does start wearing 11, he can have what is truly, be a retro by that point. You're talking 15 years from now at the earliest. So that's why this one was important to me to get, and that's why it's less important for me to continue to have this one. Like I said, on camera though, again, I'll let you guys be the judge. On camera, I think I really like the color blocking of not the color blocking, but the color shading is a better word of the 2010 pair. I mean, it looks really good. But you can't go wrong with OG cut patterns. So, yeah, for my personal assessment of the shoe, I do think that this is a must cop. That should go without saying. It's absolutely a must cop. It's a must cop for any collector. It's a must cop if you love 13s. It's a must cop if you are at the OG colorways. It's a must cop. It's a must cop. It's a must cop. This is, I'm really thankful that since I got in this game to be able to understand the relevance and the history behind this shoe, especially when this, I think, came out in 1998. Then it came out in 05, then 010, and 010, then 2010, and now 2020. So I'm definitely glad to have this shoe, man. And I can't say enough good things about it. I'm glad to have this one refreshed, looking white and crispy. You know what I mean? Time has started to somewhat take its toll on this particular guy, but it's still freaking dope, man. It's freaking dope. So as far as what's going to happen to this guy, it's probably going to go up on GOAT. You know what I mean? It is a used shoe, a size 10.5, or I can offer it to any one of you guys that maybe want to get to it first. You know what I mean? If you maybe are interested, you know, you can hit my comments or hit me on Instagram. I'll put the link up, or the link to my Instagram down below. But this is the 2010 pair, you know, still in phenomenal condition. It's got a brushed suede. And you can still see the suede movement in the shoe. Still a phenomenal shoe. And I definitely and wholeheartedly expect the 2020 version to hold up just as well. See if there's any differences on the bottom. Just a little bit. Now, I'm telling you now, look at that 2010 pair. And see how dope that is. Do that one more time. Look at the bottom and see how dope that is for comparison's sake. This 2020 version just has, you know, it looks like a solid blue, as opposed to this 2020 version, which has, you know, some kind of pearlescent blue, which changes colors depending on the light and situation. I'm telling you, if you can get it, if you feel like you're up to it and you want the 2010 pair, man, don't sleep. Size 10.5, man. I'm being serious. You know, you guys can see I take immaculate care of my shoes and everything. You know what I mean? But there are tutorials on how to wash and take care of used shoes. You know what I mean? But this 2010 pair is freaking dope. I dare I say, man, I might like it better than the 2020 version. So I do think that both shoes are super dope. Like I said, the 2010 version, you know, I might actually like it a little bit better just because of the color shading is a lot different to me than the color shading on the 2020 version. But I believe the 2020 version is closer to the OG original. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I do give this 2020 version somewhere probably around 8.5 to 9. It's not by far my most favorite 13. And it's not my favorite silhouette, even though it is, I think, top 3. But it isn't a classic and iconic shoe. As I mentioned earlier in the video, it's a must-have for any collector. It's a must-have if you're a fan of 13s. So I definitely recommend picking this one up. So I'm going to go outside and I'm going to get some on feet of the 2010 version. Because, you know, I have this. There's really no reason to un-DS these as of yet. But these are going to go inside their home. And these guys are going to go into their original box, actually, as I pointed out to you earlier. So you guys let me know, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think is the better colorway? Do I have the same shoe? Nah, this guy here. Let's do this. 2020, 2010. There's the thumbnail. That's a thumbnail. That's the thumbnail. That's ridiculous. 2020, 2010. You tell me, what do you think is the better looking one? You know what I mean? This 3M is definitely popping. It's close to the OG. But man, look at the color shading on this guy. Look at the color shading on that guy. Tell me what you think. I have been Jay Shoe Fanatic. This has been an unboxing, a review of the 2020, and a comparison between the 2020 and the 2010 Air Jordan 13 Flint. Follow me on Instagram. Like I said, these shoes are available for sale now. This is the 2020 version, size 2010 version, size 10.5. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you continue to follow me on this platform. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow me on Instagram, J_Shoe Fanatic. And I'm out of here, man. Peace out.